Hi folks, and good morning. I've actually asked. I did actually put a message on YouTube on the last video. If anybody wanted this, they could have it, but nobody's responded. I offered it Benji because he said he had one with Dead FM on it, so he hasn't responded. So I'm going to restore it again. Just make a bit of room on the bench so I can work. But I'm not putting that plastic speaker back in it. I'm going to try and find a nice... I'm going to try and find a speaker about the same profile. But I'm not putting that in because it's ripped, so that ain't going back in. So what value is that speaker? Doesn't fucking say. It probably does somewhere. I can't see without my glasses. Now let's just get you all in. Get you all set up properly. There we are. So you can see my legs. I've got my undies on. And yeah, I've had a shave as well. Right. So back to the job in hand. Let's turn the soldering iron on in case we need that. Now, I was a bit cluttered on my bench today, but we've certainly got enough room to work on an R800. Now, this is a bit scabby and a bit horrible, and to be perfectly honest with you, a bit on the sticky side. Now, I have actually managed to find an aerial. It's a bit. I've got another one, another aerial as well. This one's a bit thin. The one for the replacement is a bit thinner, and it's a little bit longer than the original. But hey, you know, you can't have everything, can you? But the original's fucked, so there's no point in even worrying about it. So let's get this one out and just. The only problem with this one is it doesn't have a bend on it. You can't direct it. That's the only problem with this aerial. You can't direct this one. It's straight up and that's all you get. But I'm going to pause the video. I'll tell you why, because I've got another aerial outside on a scrap chassis, and I think that one might be more suitable. So bear with me. Right, I've got this aerial on here, which is about the same thickness, maybe a little bit thinner, but I've got a feeling I might be able to use it. So basically I'm going to unscrew this one from here. Why is it there always a different fucking screw? I mean, this one's a fucking... It's not a pin bashed into there, is it? I hope that's not a pin bashed in because it won't get the cunt out. Here's all you fucking lousy bastards. It's got a roll pin in it. Fucking would have, wouldn't it? It's got a roll pin in that. It's not a screw. Oh, you fucking lousy bastards. Oh well, it's in for a penny, in for a pound, innit? It's fucked anyway. Let's try and tap the roll pin out. It's fucked anyway. So we'll see if we can get the fucking roll pin out. See if we can find anything hard I can fucking use. The fucker who designed it, his fucking head comes to mind as something hard to use. try this. I don't think this will do it. We'll try it. See if we can tap it out. Right. Depends on which way it's fucking done, innit? So let's see if we can get this pin out. Try the other way. Obviously Roberts didn't want you replacing the aerial. They didn't want you to replace the aerial. So they didn't want you to replace the aerial, so basically they put a fucking roll pin in it. Or something like that. It's not a fucking screw anyway, so that fucks that idea up. Right, so let's see if we can... Right, that's for the dustbin, that. That's for the scrap man. I don't even think about that anymore. So let's have a look and see if we can get this one off here and see if we can use this one. Look, this one's a bit thinner, to be honest. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not asked whether you can fucking bend the aerial about. I'm not asked whether you can bend the aerial about. We're going to go for this one. I don't understand why you can't bend it about. But you can, that's as far as that goes. But it's a decent aerial. It's a lot longer than what was on there. And to be honest, I'm not bothered if you can't bend it about. Not that you need to bend it about much anyway, so we're going to go with this one. Right, so what we'll do first, we'll look at cleaning the cabinet. We'll do that after, so we'll put that down here for now. Put that out of the way. Put the aerial at the back here, we know where it is. Put the handle there. The tone control is there, so we want the other controls off. Because we want to see if we can clean this front up. I only had this off the other fucking day. See if we can clean this front up. Because it's really bad. Just get that under there and just give it a... There we go. Oops, there we go. I need to find out where the FM aerial connects as well, because in all honesty, I think it goes here. No, it doesn't. I've got the manual for this anyway, but I don't know where the FM aerial goes. Goes around here somewhere, because it fucking might even connect. That's it there, the blue wire. There we go. That's the one. Because it says there 2 whip antenna. You can tell this wasn't made in Britain, can't you? Otherwise it would say aerial. Yeah, these things happen. Right, these buttons are not going to come off, that I do know. The chassis is loose. So it would be nice to actually get into there to tighten that fucking up. But the problem is I can't get a fucking... I can't remember how this thing came off. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. That was what you did. You just bend them in a bit. Yeah. Bend them in a bit. Undo the headphone jack. I'm not fucking, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I was off camera there, sorry about that folks. Right. So what we do, we take the headphone jack off. Ooh, this is manky as fuck. Pulley. Drop that in there so we don't lose it. I mean, I offered this to Benji, but never heard nothing back, so, you know, he's lost out, I'm afraid. So's everybody else, because I was going to fucking give it to somebody who could put it to good use, but it just shows how good the R800 is and nobody fucking wants the damn thing, doesn't it? So anyway, I've decided that as I can't give this turd away, then there we are. That'll all get cleaned. Ew. Disgusting. And the chassis is loose, so we'll start by tightening that up because it's not going to be coming out. So we'll tighten the chassis up. That was well loose. Any more screws? Nope, that's good and tight now, as they say in German, good and tight. So what we'll do next, we can now take that to the bathroom or the kitchen. It's got some corrosion on it there by the look of it. So I don't expect this to come up super mint, but you know, we'll do what we can with it, I suppose. And the chassis got to be clean, but I know the chassis is working, I've tried it, so. Yeah, never mind. Right. We'll go and wash the fascia pan, we'll be back in a minute. Right. Let's get the fucking case glued together. I've washed the fascia. This has all got to be cleaned as well, but I hope my glue hasn't dried up. That's going to take forever to come out of there, that. I think what it is, I think my glue's starting to go hard. Right, so let's get that up there. Let's try and... It's coming out a bit slow. Right. There we go. That'll do it. Right, so what we do next, we get our parcel tape, which I think it's the best thing to use for this sort of job. And what we'll do, we'll put that, stretch that round. There. get it as tight as you can get it. Bend that over so you can fold that so you can get back to it later, get it off later. You don't want to put too much on the pressure on there though, because you don't want to squash, and that's really squeezing the glue out. That yeah, that's okay. Leave that for a few hours and the cabinet will be as good as new. Now let's see if we can find, let's measure the value of this speaker. I might be able to read it now, I've got my glasses on. It says X3 there, but, or is that X8? See what value it is, because if it's an 8 ohm one, I've got one that might fit it. Meter would help, wouldn't it? So we've got a replacement aerial, although it doesn't bend, there's no problem. I can live with that. Put this on ohms. What value we got here? 8 ohms. Well, that speaker ain't going back in. I don't give a fuck if I don't have a speaker, it ain't going back in because it's ripped, and it wouldn't be going back in anyway because it's plastic. And I don't care about originality, folks, you know. I think this radio will perform a whole lot better with a fucking what have we got here? What have we got in here? Oh, that one's too fucking big. It's 8 ohms, but it's too big. What about this thing here? I've got this clock radio here, which is probably going to be scrapped. A, because it's Alba, and B, because it's foots anyway. Let's just put my fucking magnifying glass over there. Have a look at this. Because this is fucking knackered anyway. And these are 8 ohms. A little bit smaller. It's a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's a bit smaller. But saying that, let's move that glue. But saying that, I reckon I could fucking use a bastard. Reckon it would still work. So there we are. There we are. Do 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 do. See, this might have to be glued in, but we'll see if it will fit in the recess. Because there's a bit of a recess for the speaker, so we'll see if it will fit in there. And if it does, oh, look at all that crap in that, ooh. But the thing is, it's a metal speaker and it ain't ripped. So, if this fits in here, I can glue it in, it's not a problem. As long as it fits in the recess. It's a bit small, I mean, in all honesty, that is a bit small. But saying that, But saying that, I can glue that fucker in. I could do it being a bit bigger. Do it being a bit bigger, really. Could really do with a bigger speaker, but that one in there is too big. That one out of the GEC won't fit. And that fits there nicely, actually. It's not bad. It is a bit small, but let's have a look at the top. Hey. See, that fits in there. It would be nice actually if that. It'd be nice actually if I could just press that into there. That'd be a good solution, wouldn't it? But I can't really. The reason why is because it's fucking square there. But saying that, because it's square there, but that's exactly in the middle there. So have a look at these original speaker things, see if they'll clip, see if they'll reach across to where I want to put the speaker in. If they do, I might be able to do it that way even. No, too short. Right, well, that speaker is a bit too small, but I'm going to leave the glue dribbles there, and the reason why, I'm going to leave the squeezed out bits. In fact, we could actually get that a bit tighter, you know. Could actually got that a bit tighter because some more glue just squeezed out. So what I'm going to do, I wish I had some clamps. I ain't got any clamps. I think that'll be okay. See, the problem is you can't really do anything else really. Got anything heavy I can put on it? But I haven't really. I did have an heavy plate, but I don't know where it's fucking gone. A really thick heavy plate. I don't know where it's gone. I think that'll be alright actually. It is flush. It could do being clamped, but it is flush. I mean, it's not uneven or anything. So, you know, it's flush. So, yeah. So really, the only worry really is the speaker. That's the only concern. The aerial I'm not bothered about because I found one. Not exactly the one, but it'll do, and it's longer than the original. What else is there? I mean, I shouldn't even really be fucking about with this, to be honest, but why not? I might have another speaker actually, another 8-ohm speaker that size. If I have, I'll put the right size in. I'll have a look in a bit. But I might have another speaker that size. which is what a 3-inch speaker thereabouts. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here for now, folks. I'm going to let this dry. We've done the front panel. I'll just give you a quick look at that. I've done the front panel. It's got a ding in it there. I've done the front panel as best I can. It has got paint missing here from all over it, really. But you can read all the information on it, so that's not really a problem. And that looks like paint spatters, but it's not. It's where there's paint. Where there's actually paint missing. Well, actually, they are paint spatters. Yeah, they are paint spatters. I'll get those off. Get them off. But yeah. There we go, folks. Turd of a radio. But we'll see what we can do with it. Join me in part 2.